everyone, this is Megan Marie from woodyandmarie.com, and today we're making a soup because it is soup season and I love soups, but it's pretty much impossible to find any that are already pre-made, pre-canned from a restaurant. So we're gonna make our own. We're gonna make chicken and wild rice soup. We're gonna have lots of flavor and lots of vegetables. So the first thing we're gonna need is some wild rice, and make sure that you read the label because they can sneak in things like onion powder. We also are going to be using Savory Choices chicken broth concentrate. So this actually doesn't have any garlic or onion in it. That's another thing that's really difficult to find, and that's what makes it difficult for me to make soup at home. A lot of times I have to make a broth from scratch. So literally getting a whole chicken and boiling it. So this is really great. I get this off of Amazon. It's a little pricey, but it's so worth it, and you get a ton. So there are a lot of these packets inside, and they have different flavors. They have beef and vegetables. So the things that you have to watch out for in broth, not just onion or garlic, but chicory root. We're also going to be adding some bell pepper. These are leftovers from the Halloween episode. This one was a little misshapen, so it couldn't stand up to make our cute little jack-o'-lanterns. So we're going to put it in a soup. We can eat probably about 50-ish grams of this per serving, so I'm just going to put one bell pepper in. We're also going to be adding some green onion. These don't have FODMAPs in them, so we're good to go, and we're going to get a lot of that onion flavor without sacrificing our tummies. And carrots, we're going to add a couple of carrots in here. These don't have any FODMAPs, so we're good to go there. And celery is okay in about 10 grams per serving, which is such a small amount. It is such a small amount. I've cut it up before and it's almost like so minuscule. Why would you even add it? But we'll get some really good flavor out of this. I weighed it earlier and it is about 52 grams. And once we cut off the ends, we'll probably be at that point where we'll be closer to 40 grams and be able to get about 4 servings out of the soup at the very least. So we should be safe with 1 celery stalk. We're also going to be adding some chicken in. I didn't bring that out here because I didn't want it to start getting room temperature. But we're also going to have chicken, probably about 3 or 4 chicken breasts. And then we're going to add some other spices, salt, pepper, that kind of thing. And at the very end, when we try our soup, I have a very special surprise. Maybe not for you, but at least for me. So stay tuned.
Dice your veggies and heat your pot to medium-low heat. Add some oil for sauteing and let that heat up before you add your veggies to it. Then we're going to season this with some thyme. You can be a little bit generous here. Then stir and listen to it crackle. Now we're going to add some garlic cloves because I don't have reactions to it, but feel free to leave this out if you do haven't tested garlic yet or are in the elimination phase of the low FODMAP diet. You can also drizzle some garlic infused oil or garlic infused salt, but if you are adding garlic cloves, be sure to do it toward the end so your garlic doesn't burn or it will turn bitter. I'm adding 2 cloves and then some salt and pepper. Then we're going to stir this one more time just so we get all the spices mixed together and making sure that the veggies are starting to get soft before we add in our broth. I'm doing 4 cups of water per 1 packet of Savory Choice chicken broth, and we're actually going to do that twice for 8 cups total. And then we're going to bring this to a simmer before putting the lid on, and we're going to let that sit while we make our rice and chicken. I had the water boiling for the rice and the oven preheating for the chicken while I diced and sauteed my veggies. But while this simmers, you can make your rice according to the directions on the box. Mine took about 30 minutes for 2 cups, and you can cook your 3 chicken breasts in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes as well. We drizzled those with some oil and added thyme, salt, and pepper. After you shred your chicken, you can go ahead and add that to the mix. You don't have to shred your chicken, but I find that you get more chicken in every bite when you shred it versus cutting it up. And now we can add our rice in and combine that with the soup as well. After tasting, we added more of everything: garlic, salt, pepper, and thyme, and even added some fresh sprigs of rosemary to really turn up the flavor. And now we have a nice hearty soup.
Our soup is finished. It smells great, so we're gonna taste it. But I also wanted to introduce my surprise. I've been looking for some like saltine crackers for soup for years, and I haven't found any that I like, and I came across these, and I hope they're good, who knows, but they're they're gluten-free. And guess what? I didn't have to read a label for once in my life. They are actually Monash low FODMAP approved. There's a stamp of approval on here and everything. So I'm super excited for these. They're table crackers. So they're just sea salt. They're just like crackers that you would eat in soup. So we're gonna try them today. Oh, and they come in these mini packets and you can eat them long, or they have like a perforated middle so you can cut them in half. So first I just want to taste it. This should work perfectly for a soup. This is a really great chicken and wild rice soup. It kind of reminds me of, I think Panera used to have a wild rice soup. So much flavor. So let's try with cracker. It's like I'm not even on a low FODMAP diet. Truly delicious. Next time I make this, Sam suggested that I use a whole chicken. And I think I will, because it just gets so much more tender and shredded, and you can get so much flavor into the chicken. But this definitely works in a pinch if you don't have time to boil a whole chicken and you just want to stick some chicken breast in the oven for 20 minutes and prepare everything else. It's delightful. So happy fall, everyone. Be sure to check out woodyandmarie.com and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more recipes and fun with me. Today we are going to be making a soup because it is soup season. It's Shut up! I got to edit all of this.